Hello, and welcome to a new edition of the Steve Hanna Show. I'm Steve Hanna, and today I've got a special treat. I've got two guests, actually two co-hosts that are going to be regulars. In fact, we're looking for a new name. This is Joe Cross to my right.
How's it going?
This is Mike Berdan to my left. And we're going to be tackling the issues together. Instead of just hearing them from me, you hear them from three, so...
That rhymes.
It does, which leads me into something that I ran across the other day. I got this little mail out from McDonald's in the mail, and I got one of these coupons. Has a nice thing there. It says two can dine for $8.90.
Nine.
Eight.
It's clearly 98.
Yeah, it says $8.98 right here.
There's no flow at $8.98.
There's no flow. Who wrote that? McDonald's is probably, hiring their cashiers.
No, what they did is they
hired their cashiers. What are you gonna say there?
They're hiring their cashiers to write the rhyme.
Are you suggesting that cashiers aren't capable of are you basically that's a very prejudiced comment.
It could be part of the writers' strike.
I personally think they did it on purpose.
Like the average person
trying to sell you something, so we'd have a conversation like this, and you're like, oh, $8.98.
I mean,
all this arguing about the price making me hungry. Let's go to McDonald's and buy something. That's part of their plan, So.
That could be. They got some free advertising on this show. They got so many viewers. That's incredible.
Actually,
10 people can know about this now. That's great.
Anyways, anybody want this?
Mike,
I'll just put it
that
there.
pretty much answers the question.
It'll be up for grabs after the show.
Popular McDonald's is.
The next thing, I run through the news every week. I go through sites like Reddit, Dig, the newspapers to try to find interesting stories that'll be interesting to me and to you. One thing that came up, it's not really a news story, but it's something that everybody's doing except for me, and I'm going to start. It's called TED. It's a program that you can get for your computer that you tell it what shows you like to watch, and it downloads for them every week when a new episode comes out. So depending on how fast your internet connection is.
That sounds pretty good. So
I'm going to start doing this.
You pay a subscription fee and...
That's the thing. It's free. Absolutely free.
Alcohol free? There's no
catch, no money. I'm sitting here in my one-bedroom apartment getting free. No alcohol. No alcohol whatsoever, and no money. It's free.
So you're telling me essentially that this is ripping people off, is what it is.
It's not ripping anybody off.
It's like a good service, but
who's it not ripping off? I think it's ripping everyone off. When you think
I don't feel ripped off. Do you feel ripped off, Joe?
Not right now, no.
Yeah.
What happens? Oh, okay. All I'm saying is that there's a lot of hard work that goes into getting television shows up on the air, and then people just start downloading them, and you think, oh well, everyone downloads them or whatever, but that makes it right. It's still theft. Don't get me wrong. The studios need to get away from this whole television.
Are you accusing our viewers of stealing our content?
No, we post this up on YouTube. This is free.
They post South Park, Frasier, all these episodes up on BitTorrent. I think is
it sanctioned?
It's sanctioned by me.
And that is why the Western civilization is gonna die. I'm sorry. Anyway, moving on.
Anyways, moving on to another issue. This one's not actually a news story. It's just something that it's more of a gripe. Joe was telling me about.
It's more of a gripe. I find it irritating. Let's say, hypothetical situation. You're driving out one day. You're trying. Yeah, ambulance in the background. You're trying to find somebody's house. Let's say you're trying to. Let's say you have somebody's address. You want to try to find them at night.
What?
Sorry,
can I interrupt here?
Go on, I'm sorry.
No, I'm just saying at night because it's really difficult to see their address on their house with their small little numbers. I think it should have some kind of new system, something illuminated.
That ambulance was just saying the same thing.
It's like, yes.
Where's his house?
You want to go stalking.
I think you're right. Yeah. No, not stalking, but I'm sure we've all had legitimate friends who are trying to locate in, let's say, a neighborhood.
Late at night. And we don't know where they live. We need to find out where they live because we've never been to their house before.
But night's the worst because you can't see, what the... And if you can't see the address, maybe you're more likely to have a motor vehicle accident. MVA is my cause.
I've got a solution to your problem. What we need to install is LCD TVs in front of every house, big, minimum 40, 42 inch, to show the inhabitants of the house. If there's people renting the basement, they got to be on there too. Maybe split screen, bottom of the LCD.
Yeah, you're actually saying, okay, so we're suggesting put big screens at the top of people's houses.
That's right. Not the top, just somewhere that's close enough to see. In front of the house, eye level.
So they'll be eggs in the first.
And will be mobile, or is it just static images? They're like playing baseball, scrubbing their kids in the shower. That was never mind.
That's something for the government to decide.
That's for the courts to decide.
There's three reasons why you need this. One is because we're an affluent country and we are having these little numbers on our houses. There's no way to tell us with these little numbers from a third world country. with little numbers.
Yeah, but the thing about the
if we have LCD TVs on our houses, that'll be telling the world that we're rich.
Well, actually, you realize what we do, of course, is because a lot of the manufacturing for these LCD TVs happen in second or third world countries. We would be increasing the growth and the economic stability of a lot of these countries. So I'm with Steve.
It seems a little bit unrealistic, although I'm the one that posed the problem.
Well, everyone's buying LCD TVs already and everything.
I'm sure they have to be weatherproofed quite well, so they stand up to the elements and
That's
right.
a good
There's
point.
technical issues they have to deal with, but I mean, the
I
point
guess
is,
it's getting the IBM place.
would that solve your problem?
It would definitely.
That's right.
I wonder if most households would go out and buy separate LCD televisions.
I think personally it would be a lot easier if you thought of it realistically, because no one drives down the street late at night looking at someone's house numbers. They're at home using TED to download illegal programs to satiate themselves. So really this is never going to be a problem.
That's right. Satiation is good.
Next time you try and find someone's house in the dark, then you'll know what I'm talking about.
That's right. Well, I think we've talked that one to death. We've got some more serious political issues. We're not going to try to bore you, but there's some serious things going on in Africa that we think you might want to know about. Mike's going to lead us into that.
So, a lot of you may know about Africa, mainly because of a lot of its social and economic problems. Big thing is, colonialism came in, pretty much destroyed the entire continent, everyone left, and left it in shambles. But there's one thing that I found extremely interesting. Despite all the war, the famine, the disease, the HIV, there's one thing that Africans can do that just makes it all seem okay, and that's play soccer. Or football is what you may call it in England. I just learned of this, the World Cup of Africa, or Africa plays football. It's basically Africans with Africans playing African football, and it's pretty much no different than regular football. They're just kicking a ball around, but they don't kill each other. There's no death. There's no tribal animosity. There's no HIV increase in prevalence. They're Arabs and Africans playing games together, and it's
the Africans let the Arabs play soccer with them?
Absolutely.
How does it? Do they let us play?
And they probably would, except they hate our guts because of what we did to them. So really,
I think I've heard all I need to know about Africa. What do you think?
I think all Africans are good at playing football, playing sports.
We know this. Africans kill us in every sport possible.
That's
We've
true.
got completely Canadian generations. They've been living among white people, and they're still better than us at all the sports. All the sports.
Yeah, that's a good point.
How much better are the Africans that are pure Africans? How much better are they going to be?
The Aryan Africans. Yeah, no, I know exactly what you're saying.
The pure Africans. How much better are they going to be than the ones that have been living among us for hundreds of years? Huh? I mean, Denzel, yes, he's very good at acting. You get somebody from Africa, they'll be even better than Denzel.
Even better than Denzel. So they'll be
at acting now.
White women all over the country.
Well, it extends, right? Like what I personally think is that you should have a system of governments based on community sports.
Do they even have a government there? Anyways, I think
there's a lot of different nations
we can call the show now. On a related note, Obama is one of the leading candidates in the States, but we'll move on to that next time. I thank you for tuning in to the Steve Hanna Show. This is Joe Cross, this is Mike Berdan, and I'm Steve Hanna.
Because I've got a crush on Obama. Late in 2008, Barack Obama should find every candidate.
Thank you and good night.
Maybe to get people like us get on the
How hard would it be to make it $8.99? How hard?
Maybe it was a printing mistake.